I mean, if you've got all the adrenaline of that last-minute planning and last-minute getting here and then the flight and then you're quickly here, and then again, these players have been playing since 11 o'clock this morning, so some people, the gas canisters will be looking low, but both of these players looking fired up as we get into game 1 of our top 8 here at Regen 2024.
And we've seen Tarik open up very strong here. Big body means it's a bit harder to land, but I think Mezcaul's okay with taking a lot of damage as long as he is able to stay alive and make the most of his own hits. He's so potent at ledge and off stage. It means that Tarik can really struggle once he loses neutral once. But Tarik is a very tricky player in the corner himself.
It's really interesting already. There's so much respect from both of these players. Just that little stare down from Tarik and then just retreating from the entire situation is so interesting to see that they both know what each other are capable of and are already going for that more patient approach, trying to gather that data to make those harder reads a little bit later down the line, because particularly with characters like these two, they can kill very early if the stars align.
That was such an amazing play to start us off. His down smash, high-profiled Tarik's shield grab. That's a really impressive play.
We see Tarik just making the effort, getting a nice two-piece to send Mezcaul off stage, and the ledge trap does begin. Again, look at how much patience that Tarik has got in all of these situations. Didn't quite work out in that first instance, but certainly he is just waiting and reacting. And full credit to Mezcaul, he's not taking any of the baits that we've seen so far.
Yeah, you managed to get 47 from Tarik overextending at the ledge. One of the things Mezcaul will have to work out what Tarik will have to work out is how to deal with Mezcaul just sort of chilling over here on the ledge. Does Tarik have an option to actually punish the ledge hang? Mezcaul is infamous for taking his time at the ledge, re-grabbing, planking, wearing the opponent down. We've seen Tarik take the stock, get things back to an even footing, and we all know that it's just one dash attack away from being even.
For sure. We can see at the moment Mezcaul electing to stay on that left side of the stage, throwing out that side B to get back to ledge just to keep Tarik having that option in the mind. It means that you can't just sit there in shield and wait for that aggressive option. You've got to really keep your spacing away, and if you're keeping yourself away from that ledge, it means that you can just get back for free each and every single time. However, the lead is slowly but surely growing in the favor of Mezcaul. Another ledge trap situation. The forward air not quite doing it just yet, but reverse net is rinse and repeat focus.
Mezcaul's cerebral off stage. I feel like he might have... It felt like there was nothing Tarik could do there. He was dropping the edge guard. That momentum clearly in Mezcaul's favor at the moment. What can he do with this full stock lead here? As Tarik still yet to find an answer to the ledge stall.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a strong option from Ridley, and it's nuts to see how much of this damage output that Ridley has. Of course, you know, it's the sort of quote-unquote heavy factor. We're going to see the counter there, and I like the idea from Tarik. The fact that Mezcaul was standing there waiting for the counter to come through. I like the idea of not rushing straight in, but I feel like maybe underestimating how far you would be sent down with the downwards counter and then just not quite managing to make it back. But game 1 to Mezcaul.
Yeah. A shaky start from Tarik for sure, but I don't think this will define the set. I think there's a lot more in this tale to be told. What?
Interesting.
What?
Oh wait, no, there's a shaking of the hand. There's a shaking of the hand.
Yeah, like
a misplay.
Come on, mate.
A misplay?
But button check. The button check. Checking the button.
Okay, so we are.
Jesus, man.
Okay, I got
something up with the controller because there was that SD. That seemed uncharacteristic. It was the straight up vertical and no second one. And I guess you want to take your time. Thank you, Mezcaul, for getting watch for clearing that up. I've never seen this man not go Ridley.
I was going to say, I always say this about those sort of like mid to high level characters where like if you're still maining a character like Ridley 6 years into the game, you are like, you've signed it in blood. That is your lifestyle right now. And, you know, again, the Game & Watch pick in particular, I feel like would be a bit spooky. But yeah, clearly just a button check. Tarik seeming to be okay to continue with the set. Yeah. Obviously, of course.
It would be unfortunate if this set was marred by controller issues. I hope nothing of that ilk is happening. But it did seem a bit weird that Tarik, 1, didn't make it back on that second stop, and 2, SD'd not almost unprovoked, after that substitute situation. Hopefully this isn't going to take anyone's momentum out, because this could really be a hot set. We're going into game 2 for real this time, I trust.
I'm loving the X and Y music counterpick from Tarik, just really embodying the state of Greninja. We're on home character, home pitch, home music, everything ready to be able to bring it back, hopefully for Tarik, to a game, to a 1-1 and beyond. But certainly Mezcaul has a lot of momentum from that set, and Ridley, again, has got that real fear factor. One hard read, one good smash attack, like we saw in that first stock of game 1, will really, really sort of fuel the pace for Mezcaul. But it's a very, very slight lead at the moment. A grab, what are we going to see? Just the jump away, caught with the second up air, and the up smash attempt, really clutch air dodge, but the second one, if it don't succeed, try again.
Mezcaul is so clinical when it comes to trapping people when they're landing, when they're trying to get off ledge. Means you cannot afford to slip up. Understanding the fear, understanding that Greninja likes jumping out of those pressure situations. You don't have the good out of shield yourself. Covering that space so well, and he's starting to run away with this second game.
These platforms are so difficult against Ridley. Just having those big sweeping hitboxes means that you're in so many situations where if you're on a platform in any capacity, Ridley has got an insane advantage against you. No mash there and just being dragged all the way across the left-hand side. The forward air catching, going for the side B's, being sent a little bit low, and the weak neutral air sending it into a rinse and repeat, but stunning that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what was stunning there. The only thing that is really surprising us is how much of a dominating show we have got coming out from Mezcaul.
This is not what we're expecting at all, Joycey. He's really running away with this now. Tarik's not been able to have those crazy combos that we've known him for. He's not been able to chase the landings. He's not been able to make his hits count, and that's what you need against those big characters. It's really tough. You'd think that he'd be winning neutral more, but it's even in that regard as well. And yet again, getting off the ledge for free. Nothing's going Tarik's way as of yet, and Mezcaul feels comfortable enough to go for these crazy call-outs because he knows he's not going to take that much if things go wrong.
And it's the fear factor as well, right? It's the fact that, you know, that charged F smash potentially would have killed at 45%, certainly on the side of the stage. So not only is Tarik having to kind of climb back from that slight mental deficit, but you've got someone else trying to jump scare you every single second. However, Tarik with the up air just resetting the momentum a little bit. He has been in dicey situations before, one of the most seasoned players on the globe, and certainly in this venue. He has been in spicier spots and he has managed to fan the flames. So let's see what he can do. Slight misspacing there from Mezcaul, but again, this could be the start of something.
Sure can. He's made these reverse restocks time and time again. All he needs is a bit of momentum on his side. A few dash attacks going his way, catching the landings. This is more of what we like to see. He's burned a lot of the jumps. Can you cover? You cannot. You cannot cover that Space Pirate Rush. Mezcaul goes 2-0 up. That's a huge hit to momentum of Tarik. This Ridley has played so well. It's really impressive to see, Joycey.
It really is. Mezcaul, you know, there was this element of, obviously he's had some incredible results in the past, right? You know, he's one of the strongest players in France, and it feels like his ascent has been maybe a little bit slower than other players in the same country, but to not only be on this stage, you know, potentially one of the strongest tournament results that you're ever going to have, and to play this well against a player that, by a lot of people's expectations, should be slapping you right now. To be up 2-0 and also just to show no fear, it's so impressive to see, and really the onus is on Tarik to cause that change of fate. But again, Mezcaul has no fear and is just wanting the status quo to remain.
It feels like this set is being defined by these off-stage interactions. Mezcaul's clinical offstage. Tarik's been dropping a lot. We've seen him try to edgeguard the Space Pirate Rush. We've seen him try to edgeguard that up B, but he's not been able to find them out. No kills offstage, whereas Mezcaul has been ruthless whenever he's got this frog in those dangerous positions.
Tarik just stuck on the left-hand side of the stage, manages to get a nice reversal. However, eating one of his own from the up air and a down tilt into the up smash, not quite enough just yet. But again, Tarik keeping this far more even. This is the pacing that I feel like we were expecting a little bit more of, and hey, better late than never, as they say.
Oh, but the Space Pirate Rush side B is going to catch that landing. Another lead for Mezcaul, and it could be evened up as the tech on the platform's getting pulled out back to even. Very, very tense in this third game. But Tarik's not been able to get the decisive openers that he needs. He's finding the hits, but he's not converting into big, big damage. Here we go, tech. This is it. This is what we like to see. But that was a bit of a funky situation where he slid off and was able to buffer an air dodge to get back in. But still,
yeah, still had a jump or two left. Yeah, just being able to get it, but there we are. The smash, good DI in from Mezcaul, trying to counter there. And 2 hits into the raising. There is some shenanigans on that left-hand side, but both these players just keeping it simple, keeping it safe. We're back in center stage.
Full credit to Mezcaul, not getting flustered in that situation with the Hydro Pump, altering the path you need to take, the angle you need to put in. Stays alive, and that's really important. But he's going to die. Going for the forward air. I wonder if up smash could have connected and could have killed. 133, that's a lot of rage on Ridley here.
Just taking it as slow as he can. If at first you don't succeed, try again. As I keep saying, we got the full hop forward air, managing to get that. And Tarik with a delicate lead, but the first one in the set. And like you were saying here, Focus, we need to just see those sort of longer strings of advantage from Tarik to really sort of not only get the lead, but really extend it and really sort of show that actually I am back in the driver's seat and I'm going to make sure that seeding goes just as planned.
And not only that, Tarik has made adaptations when he's getting hit by Mezcaul. He's playing the corner, playing landing much better. The side B comes out, not able to get the lead he wants. Again, even percent last stock. So tense. Tarik has all the stage to work, but he's forced to engage in the corner, and he's caught the jump. Not going to be it. Yeah, and the substitute not finding the mark. A lot of damage racking on. Mezcaul has a momentum, but the down air's coming out. A really nice combo from Tarik, 93%. This is down to a percent. But the sharking from Mezcaul, still no proper answer. And he's got momentum, he's got full stage at his disposal. He's sharking this frog.
Slowly but surely, just Tarik once again stuck at the ledge. It's been a tale of ledge trapping and just dashing underneath. Maybe Mezcaul trying to get that typical option from Greninja where you just jump from ledge and the up smash, not managing to connect. Short hop forward there, going to send Mezcaul off to the right-hand side in the space by Rush. Just about being pushed back by that Hydro Pump. And again, Mezcaul just singing to Tarik, come to the ledge, brother. Nothing bad is going to happen. But the only bad thing happening for Mezcaul is a down tilt into that forward air as Tarik finally makes his way onto the board.
Mezcaul pulled the trigger on that side B. If that hits, that's game. Mezcaul moves on. Tarik avoids it, plays the corner very well, plays that landing situation very well, and is able to convert, gets the hard punish, gets himself on the board, Joycey.
It's so impressive from Tarik in that situation, particularly, you know, the button check after the game one into the board, you know, the brutality that was in game two, to then, even in those really strange scramble situations and the temptations that Mezcaul had with the baits, to just keep us cool, keep us mental, take a breath. You've got a game on the board. It's a long road to the reverse 3-0, but he has taken the first steps, and that is the hardest part.
Really is. The adaptations from Tarik in that last game were very impressive. I think how he plays those corner situations where Mezcaul is in the corner on ledge and taking his time, how he navigates that to get a hit without giving up too much is going to be very important going forward. You can see that he's still a bit too scared to go too deep, but he's also not giving up enough space. He's threatening to cover ledge jump. But Mezcal's had the right timing. He knows he can take his time in those spots. It's a really tricky situation because you want to push your advantage to the fullest, but it feels like you're not able to. So we'll have to see how he takes this as this game 4 continues. We're seeing the same opening here. A nice conversion of with a platform tech chase and a lot of damage on Mezcaul to start us off. I like that parry into the dash attack.
It's really nice as well. And again, it's just another moment of confidence, right? Just to be able to parry those hits and have that perfect punish ready on lock, even when you're in such a dicey situation. But Tarik feels like he's a little bit more comfortable, and those patented kill confirms, those lovely little strings that really he's the one that's pushing, they're here in spades. Tarik is back focused.
Really is. The momentum on his side at the moment. A bit more confidence, but Mezcaul is still happy to stick to this game plan. He knows it can work. He knows it's very strong. He knows to make those adaptations when things go awry. I love that overshoot. Don't forget, Mezcaul is still very strong when he's playing neutral as well. He's strong in the center. It feels like he's very confident regardless. But this is a very scary situation for him. A lot of resources have been burnt. Finally, the substitute hits. Finally, he takes the stock. He'll take that stock trade. He's a full stock up. Tarik in prime position takes the game 5. This is going at a blistering pace.
Every single time you will take that trade and a full stock lead in the favor of Tarik, and now he is feeling far more confident, just going for a cute little 3-piece there to get that 41.5%, and then just continuing that momentum. And now we're going a little bit lower. It's like you were saying, Focus, it's that perfect moment when you've got the confidence to go off stage and shark like that. We are in a game 5 situation. This is a complete different story from what we had in games 1 and 2.
Insane play from Tarik, understanding the situation perfectly. There was nothing Mezcaul could do in that situation. And we've gone from a hopeless situation to game 5, all to play for here. It's a crazy set to start us off in this top 8.
Honestly, I mean, sometimes you talk about finding that light at the end of the tunnel, but Tarik is shining. He is his own light at the end of that tunnel, and he has got one more game to take and a hell of momentum to help push himself there. But again, Mezcaul, we know, nothing seems to faze this man. No matter how mighty the opponent is, no matter how dire the situation, he is still fighting till his very last breath. And Tarik has made some sweeping adjustments. Let's see if Mezcaul can do the same.
It feels like the pressure is finally catching up to Mezcaul here. Tarik has been on an insane vein of momentum here. And finally, I think Mezcaul's trying to find the time to slow it down a little. Trying to regain some form of composure. Finding some lapse in concentration from the German. But Tarik yet again starting off. Okay, there's that gap. But what can Mezcaul do with this?
Ooh, and just going for quite the aggressive option. Again, that fear factor, but Tarik as cold as ice, not to be feared by the fires that Mezcaul is throwing at him right now. And despite this, at the end of the day, Tarik, we always say it against the heavyweights, you have to finish your food. You've gotten so much damage, and sour spot up smash. Hey, I mean, if it works, it works. And a fragile lead for Tarik, but again, all it takes is one dash attack to make that fragility a little bit stronger.
It is. Okay, that's a funky trade. This is not going the way we were expecting.
Ooh, and the one shuriken just like intercepting there, and that's a lot of self-damage for Ridley. And not only do you get that little bit of self-damage, but that whole ledge trap edge guard situation, it's just irrelevant now. Tarik back on stage and thriving. I love that cross-up on the dash attack. Tarik not quite being ready to punish it, but still just that option again that Mezcaul has got to be careful about.
He can make this back.
Ooh, I like that from Tarik, just trying to get away from that big sweeping nair, but unfortunately not quite getting the angle right and being sent to his demise. This is not a very strong lead. This is something that Mezcaul can definitely, particularly if you're not spacing your dash attacks as well as you should be. Focus is pretty damn even at the moment.
It really is. Mezcaul taking his time, setting foot in center stage, abusing his disjoint in that nair and that down tilt. And he's not been able to get the right traps on the landing, and it's allowing Tarik in. Okay. Okay, good mash. Really good mash. All to play for here. There's a lot of big moves coming out from Mezcaul. Tech chase on the platform. Up smash is there. Are we going to see the reverse 3-0 here, Joycey?
I really love that little mix-up there from Tarik. When you're in that situation where Ridley's such a big body on the right-hand platform, it's so tempting to just hold the smash attack until you react to an option. And I feel like Mezcaul was going to try and wait a little bit, but Tarik was just like, actually, no, I'm just going to let it rip straight away. I'm going to react to the fact that you didn't tech, and I'm not going to give you a chance to get that second mix-up. And look at all of the damage that Tarik has racked up in the meantime. Just 76% and a wonky trade finally working out in the favor of Mezcaul. However, Tarik just sails over his head, and suddenly he's back in center stage.
The confidence isn't there from Mezcaul. It seems to be going all Tarik's favor. He's swinging that fin there. Tarik finds a down to up smash, but it's not going to be enough. It's only one hit away, though. You'd only assume, as Mezcaul's fighting, but it's not enough. Tarik completes the reverse 3-0, beats Mezcaul, and moves on into losers quarters. What a performance from the German.
I mean, after the start of that set, that was just the complete spectrum of confidence to nervous breakdown. Just the fact that we had to, you know, to the extent where I'm double checking my controller. Are my controls working? And then the brutal, I think it was a 3-stock in that game too, just utter ridiculousness. And then just, again, you take that first step and the mountain, it gets less and less steep until suddenly you are sprinting all the way to the apex, and the reverse 3-0, just utter insanity. Again, that is what the seasoned veterans can do. He has been in so many tough situations before, so many different tournaments, so many different stakes, and even on a big stage like this, looking down the barrel of a 3-0, he just made it work. And Tarik moves on, but of course, shout out to Mezcaul for 7th place. A stunning run all the way over these couple of days, and a result he should definitely be proud of. Considering
He might not have been here a couple weeks ago, was not even signed up. To come in here, fly over, make top 8, Ridley's potentially first ever top 8 of a major. It's really incredible to see. We're very grateful to have his presence in this top 8. It's very impressive. And it was only the first set of our top 8, Joycey. Goodness me.